If things continue the way they are, crop prices, I think corn's at $6 a bushel. When corn gets this expensive, I'm going to give you an idea. This field here, I'm going to use some rough numbers. I think this field right here is 60 acres, okay? This 60-acre field will produce 250 bushels an acre, okay? So you're looking at somewhere north of, what, 15,000 bushels just in this field? And at $6, you're looking at $90,000 sitting in this field right now before they pay any bills. Now, what's it cost a farmer to farm that ground? On average, corn in the Midwest costs about $400 an acre to pick it, to plant it, to pay for the seed, their insurance. When you dollar cost average out, say $400 to $450. I'm going to do $400 because costs and a few things have gone down. So let's do 1 acre. So 1 acre at 250 bushels an acre. Let's say 200. Let's give a smaller number. Let's do 200 times $6. It's $1,200 an acre they're making. Okay, $1,200 an acre. Okay. Now take the 400 away, and you got $800 an acre profit. Okay, this is 60 acres. That's $48,000 this guy's going to make off this bottom field. Okay. And you might be like, where in the hell is Keenan going with all this? Well, look at John Deere stock today. Go on there and look and see what John Deere stock is. I guarantee you, when Q1 comes around, John Deere stock will go up $50 from where it is today. Maybe 60. Okay? I'm going to make that prediction. And the reason is these farmers are going to have so much freaking money. They got to burn this money. Farmers are a weird animal. And since I farm, I know I'm a weird animal. We got to spend it. As fast as we make it, we got to spend it. We got to buy equipment, buy grain bins, buy oil, buy any parts. We load up in the fall to try to avoid paying taxes on all this money for stuff we know we're going to need next year. So they're going to go leverage up on buying we prepay for seed. We'll prepay for seed this fall for next year. We'll prepay for oil. We'll prepay for our chemicals that they spray on the field. All these companies are going to get an influx of money. Okay, so some of them, it's not a direct relation to profit because it's just a cost we're deferring, like the chemicals and the seed. But the John Deeres of the world, we're going to go buy combines. We're going to go buy planters. We're going to go hog wild if this stays where it's at. And if this commodity, okay, because you got to remember, farmers, it only costs them this much to put it in the ground, and they're not thinking about, well, next year the inputs are going to go up because of inflation. They're not thinking that. They never think that, ever. They never do. Okay. So these guys are going to go out with this big chunks of money and go buy combines and planters and tractors, and they're going to trade off their old crappy equipment they're tired of greasing and working on. So a stock I'm looking at right now, and I'm hoping as the summer goes, farmers start to save back some money, because that's what happens in the summertime. They get goofy. They save all their money, and then they try to blow it between that end of Q3, which is September, and December. Once they start getting in the field and picking, they'll get into November, December, they'll start trying to blow money, buying combines and everything. It's going to be nuts. So you're going to see John Deere stock up at $400 by Q1. But I wanted to point this stock out because it's not headlines right now. Okay, John Deere's closed on Friday at $349. Let's see what it got to for the year. It got up to $389. So it's down, but it's up. I'm going to tell you right now, John Deere's going to be above $400 by Q1 because they're going to have all the profit from this. You wait and see. So you want to make 50 bucks a share, John Deere's going to be the place to go because there's just so much money these guys got to spend. And John Deere's a popular stock, you know what I mean? Now there might be some small cap ones like grain bin companies, trying to think of some small cap equipment companies. Those are things you want to look at because they are going to reap the benefits of these farmers spending all this money. Happens every year, especially they're talking drought, which is kind of trickling into that price. But I mean, corn's going to be $7, maybe $8 by the time the fall rolls around if this keeps going. I mean, it's insane. I'm out here driving around just checking another farm. Obviously I got two farms, so I'm checking the other one. I'm going to tell you what, it's amazing how good these crops look. I know I was saying that John Deere's a stock. I'm telling you, these farmers are going to unload money this fall like you have never seen, okay? And it is going to be epic. I mean, these farmers are going to have more money than they've ever had in a field ever with low inputs, because their input, their oil, their fuel, everything was cheap this spring. They're going to have more money than they know what to do with. I'm telling you, these are going to be the stocks this fall to pick up on. They might even be the stocks to pick up in the next couple of months here, as they kind of like just kind of plateau for now. Because when these guys start unloading money, it's just going to be unreal. I mean, the corn looks good, the beans look good. We're getting rains at the right time. I know there's some places out west that got droughts, but most of the people out west, they're raising vegetable crops, you know. But I'm telling you, what China's buying, corn and soybeans, we're going to have an unprecedented yield going into these high commodity prices. I mean, this is going to be nuts. Just saying. And I think what it's going to be is, it's just going to be, when the market turned, when we got all that stimulus money, when we got all that pandemic money for these young people and everybody went out and bought the hell out of everything, this is going to be the farmer's version of that. The farmers are going to sit back and say, hey everybody, hold my beer while I go spend money. You're going to see an unprecedented level of spending this fall. Right as Q3, right as some things kind of taper off and you see that the minimum wage crash start, as you see the jobs market kind of have some issues because people are returning in droves to the job market, these farmers are going to be sitting pretty to spend a ton of money come October, November, December. It's going to be nuts. Farmland values are going to go through the freaking roof, folks. I don't know what they are where you're at right now, but this land I'm passing, this is 10 to 15,000 an acre. Okay, there's going to be auctions where these guys are probably going to pay 18 to 20,000 an acre. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm trying to get ahead of the curve to tell you what's going to happen. If this stays the way it is, and these crop prices stay the way they are or go higher, these boys are going to be spending money like you've never seen. Land is going through the roof. It's going to be the next big hyperinflation on land. It's coming. I can feel it. Just looking at this ground out here, I can smell it. Just wanted to pass that along. I know you think I'm crazy. People are missing this boat like they've never seen. Missing it. This is crazy. Take it easy.